afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Babak Bagede on television. I'm Jubril Munirat. First are the major headlines for the national news. Federal government moves to end ASUU poly lecturer strike, begins arrest payments. Why ministers' other appointees will always defend President Muhammadu Buhari, Femi Adesina says. Okada ban, police clash with riders, seize 200 bikes as Lagos vows more raids. Lagos airport shut temporarily, flight diverted over mangled cops on runway. Lagos agent breaks businesswoman's leg over 30 million naira failed deal. Finally, police arrest native doctor, orders over killing of inspector, recover python. Now the news in details. The federal government has commenced the payment of minimum wage arrears, which it owed lecturers under the aegis of the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics and Academic Staff Union of Universities as part of efforts to end ongoing strikes by the unions, the Punch has learned. The national president of ASUU, Dr. Anderson Ezeibe, and the chairman ASUU Futmina, Dr. Gbolahan Bolarin, confirmed this in separate interviews with our correspondents in Abuja on Thursday. The Punch reported that the two unions are currently on strike following the inability of the government to meet their demands, including the payment of minimum wage arrears and release of revitalization funds, among others. While ASUU commenced its strike on February 14, 2022, ASUU is currently on an initial 2-week warning strike. The special advisor on media and publicity to the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, Femi Adesina, has explained why some ministers and other appointees will always defend this principle either in or outside of the office. He said Buhari's respect for the dignity of all his appointees and others working with him was part of the reasons why those in his circle will always stand by the president. Adesina reviewed this in an article titled Inside PMB's Meeting with Ministers Exiting the Cabinet, which was shared on his Facebook page on Thursday. The presidential aide said Buhari's respect for human dignity led to the last week's valedictory session for appointees leaving the cabinet to pursue political ambitions at different levels. There was pandemonium on Thursday as policemen and motorcycle riders clashed in the Iyanoiba, Alaba, Agric Barracks end of the Lagos-Badagry Expressway, Lagos State. Punch Metro gathered that the clash started after men of the Lagos State Environmental and Special Offences Enforcement Unit Task Force and the Rapid Response Squad visited the areas to enforce the state traffic law. The operatives were said to have seized motorcycles along the expressway and also issued a notice to occupants at the Alaba Rago Market to vacate the premises. Our correspondent learned that some of the motorcyclists resisted the seizure of their motorcycles, which led to a face-off between them and the security agents. One of the video clips posted by Arisin Onongwa showed some cops shooting as protesters, said to be Hausa Okada riders, threw stones and sticks at the officers. The international wing of the Muritala Muhammad International Airport, Lagos, was temporarily shut in the early hours of Thursday after the mangled body of a dead man was found on runway 18R of the nation's flagship airport. The identity of the corpse could not be ascertained as of press time. Also, it could not be established whether the dead man was knocked down by an aircraft taking off or landing on the runway. However, airport officials told our correspondent that the runway was temporarily shut down while a team of officials from the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria and the Nigerian Police Force evacuated the corpse from the runway. During the temporary shutdown of the runway, international flights were prevented from landing and taking off from the airport international terminal. Among the flights that could not land due to the shutdown was an Ethiopian Airlines Flight 3907, a Boeing 77F aircraft with registration number ETAVN, which was coming from Lume, Togo to Lagos, Nigeria. Her businesswoman, Adeyinka Igbinoba, has accused a land agent, Saheed Musadoluwa, of brutalizing her and her brother-in-law on the premises of his office in Victoria Garden City in the Victoria Island area of Lagos State. Punch Metro gathered that Igbinoba sisters paid 30 million naira to Musadoluwa as part payment to purchase the parcel of land. After payment, Igbinoba alleged that her siblings discovered that Musadoluwa was making an attempt to defraud them and demanded a refund of the money. When efforts to get a refund proved abortive, the businesswoman said her siblings petitioned the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. As investigations into the case was ongoing, Igbinoba said her mother intervened and Musadoluwa decided to meet them for further deliberation. She said, unknown to us, it was an ambush. Saheed Musadoluwa had placed his thugs around the venue. Innocently, we went to his office and Mom started by pleading with him to refund the 30 million naira. One of my sisters was also pleading when he said we should withdraw the case from the EFCC. At that point, I brought out my phone to start recording, but Musadoluwa attacked me. He also took a plank, aimed it at my head, and I dodged the attack. He caught up with me, kicked me with his leg, and I fell to the ground. Musadoluwa struck my ankle with the weapon, and my bones shattered, she said. It was when I stood up from the ground to run that I realized that I had sustained grievous injuries on my leg. Finally, the Imo State Police Command on Thursday said it arrested a native doctor and his gang members for killing a police inspector, Felicia Nwangbara. The state police public relations officer, Michael Abatam, in a statement on Thursday, said the slain cop had been declared missing since 2017. Abatam said the gang members who were arrested at Agua in Oguta local government area of the state by operatives of the tactical units of the command were members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPO. He said apart from killing the female cop, the gang had been collaborating with criminals and kidnappers who had been attacking the state. The statement read, "We got credible information that a native doctor who prepares a charm for fortifications against bullets and knives for members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra Eastern Security Network led the attack and killing of the police officer in Agua community had returned after fleeing the community. The command tactical teams on May 18, 2022, around 6 a.m., hastily mobilized and with the positive revelations made in the course of interrogating suspects earlier arrested in connection with the killing, the team was able to locate their criminal hideout in Uba Agua in the Oguta local government area of Imo State and immediately cordoned the area as the tactical team went into the end. The hoodlums on sighting the police attempted to escape only to discover that their escape routes had been saturated with police operatives, hence they were arrested. That was the news, but before we go, here's a quick recap of the major headlines once again. Federal government moves to end ASUU poly lecturer strike, begins arrear payments. While ministers, other appointees will always defend President Muhammadu Buhari, Femi Adesina says. Okada ban, police clash with riders, seize 200 bikes as Lagos vows more raids. Lagos airport shut temporarily, flight diverted over mangled corpse on runway. Lagos agent breaks businesswoman's leg over 30 million naira failed deal. Finally, police arrest native doctor, orders over killing of inspector, recover python. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media pages. On Facebook, Gbagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. On Instagram, Gbagede Imo _22. On YouTube, Baba Gbagede Imo TV. Kindly click on the red subscribe button, like, comment, and share. For advert placement, please call the number showing on your screen. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon once again. I'm Jibril Munirat.